Oh, they think this is gonna work. Okay, great. So, this video, this actually worked much better than last time. So, this video is about changing Steno schools. So I know it's not going to be, I don't know, some schools are not going to like this video, and some schools are really going to enjoy this video. If you are unhappy, like in a court reporting school, it's definitely time to consider different options. And by happy, I mean that you need to feel that your teachers actually care about you. You need to feel that the administration actually wants to see you graduate and not just collect your tuition. And you need to feel that it's an environment that is made to help you actually learn and gain speed and have knowledge. I'm not talking about negativity from classmates, but I'm talking about how you actually feel, what you actually see. I have been to probably 5 different court reporting schools because I was just always looking for the best one. And there's been some really, really bad ones, and there have been some great ones. And the issue with court reporting or like stenography school is just that it's such a high dropout rate, and I believe it's not a high dropout rate because it's hard to learn. I don't think it's hard to learn. I think the issue is the educational system for stenography. So, and there are schools that have higher graduation rates than others. And the schools with the low graduation rates, the schools that I have seen that have closed down, I could already tell they were going to close down because of how they treat their students and how they go about teaching the stenography program. Okay, so you have to also think to yourself, what is the ideal environment for me as a stenography student? I believe the ideal environment, which is not for everybody, this is my belief, is a place, a school that you go to Monday through Friday in person, that your speeds are segregated, and there is a theory teacher who's always there who's teaching theory, but then there are speed rooms and a speed teacher where your teacher is not just one of those computer programs, that you actually have a knowledgeable teacher, okay? And that there are like labs, like where you feel like you could actually practice there. There's lots of dictation material, and it's just a good environment meant for learning, okay? And people go across the country to go to different colleges and universities. People take out loans, $100,000, $200,000, even $50,000 just to go to a school and get or postgraduate degrees, okay? And you, as a stenographer, have way more like of a promising future than even lawyers, okay? There's lawyers that can't even find a job after they are done with school. But you're going to be able to find a job. So why not invest just as much as them, these lawyers or doctors, as you would for court reporting school? That's I mean, you're not limited to just what's in your backyard. You're not limited to what school shut down or what school is next door or what school such and such went to. You can go to a steno school in a different state and in a different country. If that's what it's going to take for you to become a really good stenographer, if that's what it's going to take for you to actually graduate, then it's worth it. And I'm going to tell you it's worth it if you graduate, because it's definitely not worth it if you stay in a mediocre school that isn't even helping you progress. That's 2 or 3 years of your life that you've lost. So it would have been much better if you used your financial aid money or your personal loan money or whatever it is and made that sacrifice so that you could so that you could actually become a stenographer. If you decide to transfer schools, like transfer to a different school, it does not, first of all, do not like, you can transfer if you're in theory to go to, like in my last videos, go to a school that teaches a better theory. A better theory meaning something that is short, okay? So if you're going to transfer, you can't transfer in the middle of a theory program. You're going to have to work out those logistics. If you're a speed student and you want to transfer, then you can transfer whenever you want, whenever they will accept you. No, it absolutely does not matter if the school is in Florida and you want to work in California. That does not matter. It does not matter if the school is accredited. It does not matter at all, okay? You can transfer. It's not, and these credits, and I say it loosely, but these credits that you have, like an English grammar or legal terminology, medical terminology, it doesn't matter. You can still transfer. Of course, if you're talking about you have college credits for this or for that, then yeah, that's something different. But you really don't need a college degree or diploma or anything to become a court reporter. Most states, all you need is your license. So you have to really decide what matters more to you, to say that you graduated from a college of court reporting or you graduated from a court reporting training program. And honestly, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. It just matters that you have your license to work. So you can transfer, and when you do transfer, I understand that you're going to be in an area where maybe you don't know anybody or whatever, but that's fine, because if it's a really good school and you're that serious that you're willing to move somewhere to so that you could graduate, then that time alone is actually really good for you. Even if it's just a year or 2 years, that's going to give you all the time that you need to not be distracted, and so that you can stay focused on just practicing. Because if you're moving away, then obviously stenography that's your full-time job. You're really going to be a full-time student. And it's the investment that you make. There are people that leave their families to go fight in wars. And I'm not saying that court reporting is a war, but I'm saying that people are leaving their homes to do something that they feel is great, something that they feel that they will benefit from and that their family and their country will benefit from. And I'm telling you, we need more graduates. We need more Steno students. So I definitely, if you should feel that you can make that sacrifice. It's not scary to move away. Plenty of 18-year-olds do it just to go to college. And you have to see it really as an investment for yourself. If you don't graduate and now you're stuck in a program that you don't like and that you eventually drop out of, and now you're working at, like, I don't know, as a cashier or something, like, it would have been, for the rest of your life, it would have been better to make a sacrifice for a year or two so that you can be living the Steno life that you truly dream and imagine that you can have. Let me see if have any other notes in here. Yeah, and so since, like, the odds are, like, kind of stacked against you, since, like, the dropout rate and all this other stuff, you really have to give yourself the kind of environment so that you could actually really thrive and prosper. When, as I mentioned in the last video, I was a court reporter for 5 years, and I was pretty, like, not miserable, but really just, I didn't really feel that I could grow much more as a court reporter just because of the way that I was writing. And I wanted to write short. I saw that there were people on Facebook talking about, they have all these amazing briefs and phrases, and I was like, wow, I would really like to learn that. One of the ladies who posted, her name is Melody. She attended the Mark Kislingberry Academy, and she graduated at 280 words per minute in under 2 years. And he has had several students that have graduated at 250, 240 in under 2 years, okay? And these kids are not like geniuses. I say kids, I don't know how old all of them are, but it's not that they're geniuses. It's just that his theory is so short that you just move faster. When you're done, like, watching this video, There is a video that he has created. If you look it up, it's called "Writing Out is Crazy," and then you'll just see it just makes sense about why writing short, you just will write faster without having to even move your fingers faster. So I tried to learn the theory on my own, and I was still working, but I still was trying. I bought the book and everything. I joined the Magnum Steno Club, and I just wasn't able to just do it on my own. So I saved up a bunch of money, like 30 grand, and I saved it up in like about 4 months, and I decided to move to Texas and go to his school. And I went to his class as a theory student, even though I had already been working at that time for 5 years as a freelance court reporter. And I stayed there for 9 months, going to class Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to like 4 p.m. And because I knew it was worth it, I knew it was important. And I definitely wish that I would have done that while I was in Steno school, but his school didn't exist at that time. But I can tell you right now that being able to have changed my writing like that and to have been put in that proper environment so that my writing skills could actually thrive, that was one of the best decisions that I've ever made as a stenographer. So now, if you're still in school, you can make that decision now. You can, or get yourself in place so that you can make that decision. But it's definitely worth it. It definitely worth it. I don't know all the programs that are out there, but if you're not happy, there's no reason to stay in one of those programs. There are online programs. If that's better for you, then that's fine. But you have to think long term. You can't just think, oh, well, I've already been here for 2 years. If you've been in the same program for 2 years and you're at 120 words per minute, I'm going to tell you right now, that program is not working for you. Or you're not making that program work for you. Mark Hislingberry's program, most students are in, like the one I was there, and we were in class Monday through Friday. They were in class from like 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. At the end of 9 months, which is how long the theory program is, most of his students were writing at 120 words per minute in 9 months. So you really have to, you have to really you really have to be real with yourself. And it's not just about being comfortable. Sometimes you have to make uncomfortable decisions so that you can be in a better place later on. So that's all I have for this video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to post any questions about switching schools and stuff like that. Obviously, I don't know all the big thing about like financial aid and whatever, but like I said, you're going to make more than, you can make more depending on where you live. You can make more than attorneys. You can make more than a lot of professionals that have already gone to grad school. And your investment can be less, but doesn't mean that you have to try to get to school go through school and just be cheap about it. I think you definitely should. If you have to take out a loan, then take out a loan. If you have to apply for scholarships, apply for scholarships, because at the end, when you're able to make so much more money, you're going to be able to pay that off really fast. There are court reporters that I know that make 6 figures. I made 6 figures my first year as a full-time court reporter. So even if I had a loan to have paid $40,000, $50,000, I would have been able to pay it my first year. But some people are taking out loans for court reporting school and they never graduate. Now tell me how bad that must suck. That must suck so bad. So you have to give yourself the best opportunities in order to graduate. So definitely make the decision. Take some time, think about it. But definitely, I think the brick and mortar schools are the best options, because you're just in an environment where there's just less distractions. If you have to leave it to yourself and you're practicing while you're at home, some of us are really not going to practice that much. And I know I wasn't, and that's why I had to make the leave. Yeah, okay, no questions. So I will be back in like 5 minutes for the next video.